What's your name, your major, and where are you from?
Awesome. So my name is Joe Eldredge. I am 23 years old. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I am studying humanities and political science.
What are some common themes in your artwork?
Common themes. I think looking at my art, it's a lot of finding divinity in the normal, specifically within like individual people. I use a lot of halos on people to kind of show that they have this divinity within them. And they're normal people, like they're the people we walk by every day, you know, but they are worth being painted, you know. I don't really paint like specific people, I just paint ideas of people. And I try to be sometimes as androgynous as I can, as gender neutral as I can, to kind of, so that anyone can kind of project themselves onto these people. Sometimes I am a bit more gendered, but I think that, as well as just like this idea of personal identity, and I think also a lot of social critiques as well. So those are just like ideas, but as far as like aesthetics, it's black, gold, and cardboard. Like, those are my go-to. You know.
Holy Trinity.
My holy trinity.
Yeah. But what is one thing that you like about the Rexburg art scene?
I really like how kind of underground it is. Like you have to, it's like kind of like who you know. It's like, oh, come to this art show. It's in the basement. You're like, oh. And it almost feels like kind of like you're not supposed to be there.
Right.
But it's so fun. You know, I've gone to art shows in people's apartments where they had like, they were serving Eggos. Like, because it was 80s themed. It was like, why not? It was so fun. But like, I really like how underground it is. And like, you walk into that room and you're like, these are the people, these are my people, you know? I love it. It's a really cool community.
Who are some artists that inspire you?
The painter Clifford Still, he was an abstract expressionist. Some of his themes crop up in my art, which are kind of like these jagged figures. He's obviously non-representational. I'm inspired a lot by James Turrell. He doesn't do painting. He actually creates these spaces of light. I guess the best way to describe his art is that he sculpts with light. And he creates the spaces for you to enter. And it's entering into an idea. It's entering into light, into divinity. And so I want to create those similar spaces within my art.
What are you looking forward to about the BLOOM show?
I'm honestly really excited to see everyone else's art. I'm super excited to meet the artists and just be like, oh my gosh, hi people. You know, and to see what they have. I've also always been really interested in doing some collaborations with other artists and like doing a collaborative piece. I love the idea of melding styles together. Yeah. You know, and that art can be this really beautiful intersection and this kind of like communal project that I think we really need now.
What would you say to people who are feeling like creating or making art here, but are feeling like stifled creatively or unsure about how to navigate that space?
I would say you're often scared to create because you're afraid it's not going to look good. But honestly, you have art for it to be good. And sometimes the bad art, or what you think is bad, is actually really good. And I understand, like, if you feel stifled, some of the ideas that you want to bring forth might not be, like, kosher for some, they're not palatable. But your truth is more important than social pressures, I would say. And that you really, like, I do believe that God has given you that truth. And it's your responsibility to share it, I think. And maybe it does need to be said in a place that wouldn't take it, so that you can be a pioneer in a way. I don't know. That's a really deep and philosophical